Global poverty remains a major issue throughout the world, with millions of people continuing to suffer. To counter this, Britain's Development Secretary, speaking at the London International Development Centre, outlined how the UK will double funding to £220 million for research into ending poverty.
DFID's undertaking this work because if we look at a contemporary challenge we face like food prices rising right around the world, we need better research to understand how we can increase agricultural productivity. There's a high rate of return for this kind of investment. We want to make sure that Britain is taking a leadership role in developing that expertise and knowledge, and then Britain is taking a key role in making sure that knowledge is shared with developing countries right around the world.
The new 5-year strategy is part of an extensive global consultation with the emphasis on research into climate change, sustainable agriculture, growth and governance. Money will also be set aside to address emerging issues like food prices and prepare for the challenges ahead. The research funding is not restricted to UK institutions.
Many years ago we untied our aid. This will be research capability for which southern-based institutions can apply as well. The key challenge for us to ensure that we get the best research in the world and that we have the best applied research in particular, because our principal overriding concern is that we tackle poverty wherever we find it. And in that sense research has a key role to play, but we want to make sure that the research in turn is applied.
By increasing funding, it will allow the UK to meet its commitment to reaching the Millennium Development Goals by 2015 and put Britain at the forefront of research in this field.
Well, it will obviously make a significant contribution to development, education and research here in the United Kingdom and further afield. But what we're looking for are results out of this research to make sure that we improve the lives and opportunity of many of the poorest people on earth. That means, for example, agricultural knowledge, to make sure that people are providing the right kinds of seeds, that they're growing the right kind of crops, and that they're able to see increased agricultural yields in the years ahead. So this will be applied research that will have very basic and direct effects on the lives of poor people around the world.
Having already undertaken development research, DFID is keen that the findings are shared with developing nations to ensure that they have the biggest impact in solving the problems faced by some of the most impoverished people in the world.
Well, DFID's had a historic and honourable role in developing some technologies and developing some research that has made a real difference to the lives and opportunities of poor people in the past. The announcement I've made today shows our determination to keep Britain's Department for International Development at the very forefront of international development research, making sure that we put our money to use to make sure that people get the opportunities we want them to have.
Britain believes this investment in research is essential in saving lives in the developing world, as well as helping address diseases such as malaria, HIV and AIDS. It'll also help tackle climate change and global food prices, affecting millions of people around the world, and put Britain at the forefront of development research.